It snowed in California.
Good day, everybody. It has been quite some time since my last
Oh, it never
stream.
rained.
You must be in the northern part of California then.
Actually,
no, I'm in LA.
the old gods.
It snowed in
since,
LA.
All right, that's a sign of the apocalypse, brother. You better buy a lead blanket.
Since our guild decided to take a break, yeah, kind of getting back into the swing of this. Is going to be DPSing this time, so stick around for that. And I hope you guys have been having a fantastic day. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and we're about to get started.
Invite.
And old Roscoe got the Zoom. He's out there running amok. I tell you, that dog.
So Twig and Berries, you're the one switching to your.
Yeah, I just switched to Stank.
Okay.
Oh,
Stank.
Right.
And are we going to have food here or?
Yes, ma'am. I'm about to drop food as soon as we get the two of them in. I'll drop food, and we'll do a quick brief
sushi?
explanation.
I tried to get it.
Else.
I have Feast of Divine Day.
All right. Nice. Very nice.
I'm
Very
down.
nice.
I bought the wrong damn flask.
I mean, we wouldn't turn down sushi, but that's a little better. Yeah.
As soon as I get there, we can summon that lazy lock that's making you guys wait.
Sweet.
You're perfectly fine.
That's. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. You see, curmudgeon. You see this little guy running around here. See that?
Don't take offense to this, but I don't want to look at yours or anybody else's little guy.
As you do, I know you do. You secretly really
Yes,
do.
we're
Want to look
Just
at
throwing that out there, man.
Lord
my
have mercy.
I mean, I know everybody's got their own hobbies, but I'm gonna back away from that one.
I'll bet you're one of those guys. Whenever we had take balls to the face in this fight, you'll be the first one there in line.
With
Hey.
the
That's
mouth
because I'm
open.
a team player, man.
I appreciate you. I was just showing my friend curmudgeon that this controller that I'm using, it's got much more dexterity for me.
Are you
I know it's
trying to
hard
get him
to
to
use.
use the Tartarus again?
Yeah, I got it. No, I got it.
Is this the guy that got you all hooked on the Tartarus, man?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
What's the Tartarus?
It's
Yeah.
essentially a left-handed gamepad that has a joystick and a couple fat buttons that are rest near the thumb. So you technically don't have to have a keyboard. I use a Merc Stealth.
It's that keyboard curmudgeon was talking about.
Yeah.
He got the other day.
The joystick is not. It doesn't break in until the point where it's right about to break, and it will put a blister the size of a dime on the side of your thumb.
It does
Right.
start out sticky. That's what I told him. It's going to start out sticky. That's why I went to the bees, where the meadery is, the brewery is. And I fought bees for 2 days by myself on this paladin because it broke it loose and it got me where my rotations and my defenses and all that. So that's what you got to do. Until you do that, curmudgeon, it's going to be tough.
This thing is real smooth, man. Like it fucking.
Yeah, it basically gives
I
you the
have to
WASD
do
keys and
that
it gives
yet.
you room for like 20 macros.
But I want to caution everybody: it's you're going to have to commit to it, and you're going to have to play with it. Not because I wanted to throw it out the window the first day I got it.
Exactly. If you don't play with it, you won't be any good with it. Those are words to live by for any man.
But
Right.
and you free, you double on trying to
I'm
mother.
gonna shut up.
We're gonna start calling you double E, double entendre. But it really has made it a difference. You notice my DPS is a little bit better now than it used to be.
I
Anybody who's
noticed
played-
it.
Okay, who's ever played with me? So that's a large part of the reason I'm not having to click. I've been a clicker for 50 years.
Me
Me
too.
too.
So you try changing something you've been doing for 50 fucking years. 50 years. But once I did, and I still grab stuff, and I still do things I shouldn't do. But I'm telling you, and I don't get a cut on these things, and they're not cheap. But
No, they're about
I was
$130.
I was so frustrated, when Cardi recommended it to me, I thought, no, I can't do that. I just can't spend the money, and I can't. But then I did some videos, watched some YouTubes. I thought, well,
There it
yeah,
goes.
and I did.
I got to remap mine on my hunter.
So
I bought it and instantly bought a second one just in case the first one breaks.
yeah, Curtis has got two. He's got one
Because I
waiting in
think
the
I think it
wings.
started out as like a Logitech device, and then Razer bought it.
Yeah, there's a Nostromo was one back in the day. People
Nostromo, that
were
was it. That was
talking
the
about.
original, the Nostromo.
How come he didn't accept that?
You coming, Death?
Yeah, he was
Yep.
summoned.
I'm zoning.
Oh, okay.
There he is.
You might be
I
Oh,
think
popping.
that
he
took
was,
forever.
Yeah, he was fighting the loading screen boss. And he was getting his ass kicked for a minute.
Yeah.
Dropping a
Ah.
feast.
Yay, I'm hungry.
Enjoy your feast of divine day.
Eat
Thank
up.
you so much.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys. So just real quick, my name is Bayu. I'm your raid lead, and then we have Smitty. Smitty is our co-lead. Smitty is going to start learning how to raid lead. Today I'm gonna do call outs just so he can kind of see how I do them. And then the next time we get together, Smitty is gonna do call outs on normal just so he can kind of get in the feel of things. I will be providing feast every week. The only thing that I ask is if you do fish or if you do get a spare piece of meat that you don't need, don't go out of your way and go buy meats. But if you wind up getting meats during the day or fish, just send them my way so I can keep making us feast because they are expensive to make. This is the first boss. This is Olgrax. This is a pretty simple fight. It's a one-phase fight. He's going to do a lot of things, and then he's going to go underground. So during his first phase, his main phase, he's going to randomly summon webs, and they're just going to randomly appear on the battlefield. You just got to watch your feet, make sure you don't get caught in them because they will tie you up. Then occasionally he's going to do something called digestive acid, and puts a green ring around you. It's like a lime green ring. When you get that, your job is to clear as many webs as you can with that green ring. So you want to stand as close to as many webs as you can get. When it goes off, it'll clear a bunch of webs. Now, pallies, hunters, and druids, I know those three can clear webs if we need them. So if I call out for a hunter to clear webs, all you got to do is pop your turtle and run through the webs.
Yep.
And that's only going to be if we need it. We may not need it. It just depends on how good we get with our acids. The other thing he's going to do is he's going to do a soak. So every so often there's going to be a white ring around somebody randomly, and we want to put that close enough to the boss that melee can still attack, but far enough away that... Oh, shit. Thank you, Stank. I'll take that. Thank you.
I just don't know what else you need ingredients-wise, but link me afterwards.
Just meat and fish. Meat and fish. Everything else I can get pretty easily. He's going to do a soak mechanic, and we have to stand in everybody has to stand in the soak except for the tanks. So if you're ranged or melee, just make sure you get in that soak. Once he does his mechanic, he's going to pull everybody forward a little bit, and he's going to keep pulling you forward for about 5 to 6 seconds. So you want to make sure that you're running away from the boss, because it will one-shot you if you get too close to him. Then he's going to go underground. He's going to slam the ground, and everybody's going to jump up in the air. Make sure you're not standing too close to the edge of the platform because it will knock you off if you're too close. Keep DPSing him until he completely disappears. Then once he completely disappears, he's going to start randomly charging across the room. This is his intermission phase. He'll start charging across the room, and there'll be these purple swirlies telegraphing through the air where his charge is going to be. Avoid those charges, and he's also going to summon ads during this phase. When the ads come out, everybody stay in the center of the room, and me and tanks or hunters, if you want to help, shoot them and bring them to the middle of the platform so we can pick them up. If you get an ad on you, just bring it to the tanks so we can AoE pull them off of you. We want to DPS the ads down as soon as possible, and once they die, they leave behind a little carcass. We're going to click on that carcass, and once he finishes his charging, he's going to pop back up, and he's going to be hungry. He's going to scream, I need feed or food or something. He says something along the lines of being hungry. So we want to run over to him, click on him, and click your extra action button. When you click the extra action button, it's going to throw the meat at him, and it's going to feed him. We'll probably have to feed him 2 or 3 times to get him to 100%. Once he gets to 100% energy, we go right back into the beginning of the first phase. So he's back to the creating webs and the digestive acid and the soak. So it's a pretty easy fight. Anybody have any questions?
Nope.
Are you popping hero at the beginning?
Yes, we will pop hero at the beginning. So,
Running logs, perchance?
I will pull them up now. Thank you for reminding me.
Okay, my pleasure, sir. I know you got lots to take care of. I
So
wouldn't wanna
I'm
be
just
in
still
your
not
shoes.
used to running logs yet.
Hey, I
Who's
hear you.
doing the hero?
Let's see. Do one of my hunter pets? One of my
I guess I'll
hunters
do
have a
that.
pet? Okay.
I'll do hero.
I have to change mine if that's what you want.
No, that's
I'll
fine.
do it.
Michelin said he'd get it.
Okay.
Right. Logs are started. All right, let's get buffed up.
When the ad phase happens, if you run to the side of the platform that the ads did not spawn on, that's where the boss is going to pop up. So if the tanks can bring the ads over there to us, we can murder him down, and then it's just a matter of picking him up and throwing it at him.
Yep, that's the game plan.
That is correct. Fact check true.
And does it bother everybody if the tanks have a symbol on them?
No, I will go ahead and put tank markers up.
I think that's an outrageous request on your part, Blue Ender. My God, you're a demanding person.
Come over here and I'll kick you in the ass.
Yeah, come on, bring it.
I got so used to it in our raid group that I get lost without the little symbols on my heads.
Me too.
I do.
And I'm glad you're feeling better today. You sound like your old self.
Yeah,
Much more than you
well,
did.
I'm almost there. My voice
Alright,
is still.
We'll pop a ready check.
Thank you.
I'm ready. Just give me like 5 seconds. Fill my vape up.
Okay. Well, then it'll be on you when you're ready. Do a countdown and pull.
32 years later, I finally do the countdown.
You sound like me, fumbling around with shit.
No pressure. Everybody's just waiting on me. You know, everybody's
Just the entire
looking at me,
raid. Yeah, not a
just
big
staring
deal.
at me, just like, look at this motherfucker wasting our time. This son of a
I
bitch
think
here.
I think even the pets are
Just
patting their
fucking
paws.
You take your time, man. I had to prime mine as well.
Jesus, get us a tank, will you? Buy
You
you?
take
What
all
the
the time
fuck
you
is
need,
this?
my brother.
Hey,
yokel.
you're gonna bring my pet out of retirement. You need to put him to work.
Shit.
On hero, count to 3 and then pop hero. Give the tanks time enough to grab some aggro.
Oh, hey, I need a raid assist to be able to do that, baby.
Oh, I thought I gave you raid assist. Oops. let me fix that.
Cognac
Look
has
to
soul stone,
assistant.
so do not release.
All right, it's on you, Smitty.
Alright.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeet.
I love your yeet. Taunting boss.
Watch your step.
Watch your feet.
God.
Good job on web clears, guys.
Mr. Solos, could you use your freedom of movement or your blessing of freedom and spin around the boss?
Taunting.
Help so.
Everybody in the soak. Good job. Now run away.
Watch your step.
Watch your feet. Right after this next digestive acid, if we could get a pally or something to go through and clear webs for us around the tanks.
Help so.
Soak.
Watch your step.
Alright, he's going under. Don't stop DPS till he completely disappears.
Kill out.
Alright, if I could get my hunters to do your turtle and get Pick up those webs. And everybody run over here to the other side of the tank where I'm at. Everybody run to the other side of the platform.
Charging.
Well,
We want the ads to come this direction.
Ow.
Charging. Move. Watch your step.
Good job. Everybody out of the purple swirly.
Nice.
Good job. Watch your webs. Pick up your meat and go feed the boss.
Five more. 3 more.
Awesome.
there are no
Job.
more.
Alright, I'm going to pull him closer to the center of the platform. Just stand behind him.
Watch your step.
Watch your feet.
You want him more towards the center, B?
No, that's perfectly fine. I just wanted him closer so that we didn't have people falling off.
Gotcha.
Taunting boss.
Run out.
Soak. Everybody in the
rooted.
soak.
Oh shit. That's
It's
it.
okay.
Nice.
Good job. Don't forget to loot the boss so you can get your crests and stuff.
Are we gonna sneak to the back?
No, we're just gonna kill everything as we go.
Oh
So,
no.
Do we get a new one this week?
Training.
A new what?
I said, no, we're training people, so we don't need to sneak.
Aw.
Yeah, so Nerub-ar Finery, everybody should, after the second boss, probably turn their quest in if they haven't already done so.
It didn't even give me the option to do it, to be honest with you.
Maybe they dropped it back down to once every 2 weeks.
I think it is a once every 2 weeks.
That was,
Ooh,
somebody on me, brother.
somebody ate some poison waves.
I wasn't getting heals. I didn't hit a wave yet.
No, I made a fucky wucky.
Yeah, I'm Cat,
bad.
and I can't talk to the refinery guy.
I think it's every 2 weeks.
PoEs will start dropping now, so make sure you loot.
Am I supposed to? Oh, okay. Thank you.
No, I got you.
You guys are killing them too fast for me to generate imps.
That's a good problem to have, though, right?
Oh, not for me. Look at you pros. Nobody got the brain or the worm.
I know. I'm super excited.
Oh, don't worry. I'm way behind you guys, and I know I'm gonna fuck it up.
careful with his knockback so it doesn't knock you back into the, oh shit.
You were
Wow.
saying?
I almost went, I would have saw y'all next week if I wouldn't have got caught by the hill.
All right, everybody, mount up and we'll run up the hill.
I do not like this part.
Grandpa.
Oh, don't go to the top of the hill or you will get yeeted off. You want to run up like the middle of the hill.
Yeah, and somebody told me the left side. I wonder if they did that.
No. I mean, you are running up the left side. You just
Side's
don't
the
run up
best
at the
side.
top.
Next time you go with me, you follow me. I'll take you. You won't even get touched. Okay?
If you're the tallest person or the highest person in elevation as you go up, you're going to get hit with this blue ball that yeets you off the edge.
Grandpa.
That's only the second time I made it up the hill.
Grandpa.
All right,
Damn,
be
I'm
right
a
back.
good hunter.
You go left, I'll go right.
Oh, well,
And then we need
we
to
got
know.
that backwards, but okay.
This boss is even more fun on heroic.
Little bit.
Yeah.
This is my most hated boss on heroic, to be completely honest. I hate this boss on heroic.
I like him.
Really? I would have thought for a tank, the queen fight would have been the worst.
No, Queen is rough. I'll give you that. Queen is very rough, but I like it because there's a lot more to do. There's a lot more going on, so I have more fun.
Grandpa.
Like, it's gonna sound really retarded, but my favorite raid, or my favorite boss in the entire raid, is Ovanax.
Yeah, Brood Twister. Yeah, same here, man.
I love Brood Twister.
Curl, I've been saying that
You.
since week 1. Curl will tell you that.
Let's
Oh,
see,
sick ram.
Because it's as
Uh,
close as you get to, like, Lich King back in ICC progression as far as the multitude of mechanics you have to remember.
Yeah, Donna's my raid lead for Weekend Warriors, by the way. Just- if he sounds like he knows what he's talking about, it's because he knows.
It's because he does. All right, guys. So this is This is Bloodbound Horror. So we're gonna split into groups. Group 1, you're gonna go to Diamond. Group 2, you're gonna go to Star. It's a pretty simple fight. We gotta make sure that we're sticking with our tank. So the big mechanic for this one is stick with your tank. If your tank moves a platform, move that platform with them. And I will call out if we're gonna move platforms left or right. We want to move to where we're getting breathed on, where the ads are going to spawn, so we don't have to move so much when the ads spawn. So after every 2 breaths, during the 2 breaths, there's going to be 3 ads that spawn. There's going to be 2 watchers, and I can't remember what the name of the third one is. The watchers are going to spawn little adlings that have to die ASAP, because if they hit the boss does AoE damage, so we want to burn those quickly. They're non-elite, so they die pretty quickly to cleave. Then you want to burn up the watchers so that they can stop spawning ads, and then you want to burn the last one, which is the interruptible mob. The tank will pick that one up and drag it to where the other 2 mobs are and keep it interrupted. Everything just needs to get cleaved down ASAP. Once the ads are down, then we can switch back to the boss and just DPS the boss like normal. After every 2 breaths, he does something called Gore Splatter. Gore Splatter is a big, massive AoE, and it's a big purple circle that'll show up on the screen. You're just going to run out of that and jump onto one of these back platforms back here and stand here where it's safe, and then pop a CD to help with the healing that's going to happen, because he's going to do an AoE damage to everybody. And then we're going to jump back in and go right back to DPSing the boss. It's the hardest part about this fight, and at least what I think is the hardest part about this fight, is sticking with your tank. Now during the phase, if you're not in the group that goes under, you will get tentacles under your feet. Make sure when you do tentacles, you do small circles. Don't run all the way across the map for people to get stuck in them. Find a little corner somewhere and just rotate in a square or in a circle. and let the little tentacles drop off of you. You want to stay away from the front of the boss, where the tank is going to be, because those tentacles do hurt. So try not to dump them on people. Yes, like Stank is saying, take a step, count to 2, take a step. Exactly.
All right, you said 1 is diamond, 2 is star.
Yes. Michelin, you're on group 2.
The other side, brother.
Oh, okay.
Also, what I like to affectionately call the murder soup that Michelin is running through right now, will dot you. Doesn't do a whole lot in normal, but when you get to heroic, it's going to take a serious chunk, and it hits you once every half second. So if you're in the water for a full second, you're going to take 3.4 million in damage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
jump over it. Try
Yeah,
not to get
fly
touched
over.
in it.
All right.
Hey,
Good
everybody,
kid.
I hope you had a
Any questions?
great holiday night.
No, I'm good. Let's go.
All right.
Evelyn has Soulstone, so don't release if
I am
Awesome
sorry that
sauce.
it's
the
been
unthinkable happens.
so long since
Popping a
I
ready check.
streamed. We were in Malaysia
I'm glad
for a
to see
while.
everybody is flasked. That makes my little heart happy.
I couldn't make their last raid because my kid was.
All right,
surgery.
Smitty, it'll be on you because usually the
G2.
first spawn is on your side, but if they spawn over here, I'll call it out and I'll taunt. So pull on you.
Yeah, my kid got a G-tube. Took some recovery time. We overly didn't enjoy Malaysia, but I mean that's probably on us.
I will take it.
Grandpa.
Good job on ads, guys. Really good job on ads. Ads are down. All right, we're gonna move
Shift
one
one right.
platform right. One platform right.
Mike. Michelin. To the right, brother. That's the left.
Grandpa.
Alright. We're gonna be short one. It's all good.
That's okay.
Run out.
Taunting.
Keep moving.
Good job on tentacles, guys.
Oh, somebody's putting them in the front.
Now.
There's a melee person. He's doing it right. He's taking his steps. It's great.
Alright,
Yeah, he got all the
now.
way to the edge of the platform.
All right, gore splatter should be any moment.
Run.
Everybody
Portal's
out?
behind you guys.
Awesome. Thank you for the portal. All right, everybody move one platform right again. One platform right.
Grandpa. Interrupt 1.
All right, burn this one ad here, and then we're going to run over and burn the other one quickly. Good job. Good job on ad. Everybody go back to the diamond platform on my side. Everybody move 2 platforms left. Taunt him so he doesn't. There you go.
Frontal.
Good job on platform moving, guys. Great job.
Keep moving.
Their last ad's gonna be far right. Oh, never mind, he's dead.
Ooh, this
Cool.
butter.
Great job, guys. Great
Smitty.
job.
Smitty,
Go.
I apologize for dropping that stuff on you. I didn't mean to.
Oh no, you
I
good,
meant to
dude.
drop it on curmudgeon.
But yeah, we
This
were three-
fucking guy.
didn't
We
really
were 3 peas in
Enjoy.
a pod there for a while.
Malaysia all
I
too
didn't
much
mean
just
to drop
because
it on anybody.
That's all good.
You hauled
Well,
out,
his
you got
recovery
out of there
took-
pretty quick.
Likely story.
Yeah, all I had to do was take 2 steps to the left, and I was good.
That's what you did. Exit stage left. And
I mean, realistically, it was his recovery that took a bit, and then I had an issue with my foot, so I was just kind of hung up for a while. And
Oh yeah, I forgot I gotta do that on this character.
yeah,
I've never done it.
so and of course when I when I had to be with him in the hospital, I couldn't make one raid day, and then by the time I came back, it was like, well, yeah, we're kind of gonna take a break, and it's like, oh, okay. So, but we are back in Vietnam. Yeah, a whole bunch of fun goodness. Actually, we really enjoy being back, and yeah, I'll be back to doing more content, especially running with these guys.
Yeah, that one right there just takes threat off the tape, and that's always a bad idea.
Well, if it's done right, because we have a couple people in my regular raid team that do it, if it's done right, it actually is an amazingly powerful tool. You just got to be careful with it.
Switch back into my mythic build for trash.
Guys, I gotta
still
say,
think
we're
that
blowing
shit
through this
sucks.
pretty quickly. I'm very proud of y'all.
Why would you say that, man?
Now we're just gonna
I
wait.
gotta say it. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of you all. We're blowing
You
right
just
through this.
jinxed us.
No, I didn't. The jinx is if you say it before the second boss. The second boss is usually where everybody has issues.
Frontal. Frontal. Frontal.
Oh no. Thought Fatal Aim was gonna get off.
Yeah, I hate that one-shot shit. Aggravating.
We take bets on who's gonna get it in our raid group.
I always stand behind a healer because it will do less damage the more targets it passes through. So I figure, it's gonna kill somebody. But I typically play class that has a res, so I work it out that if they die in my stead, I can always bring them back.
Beautiful.
Frontal.
Never thought about that one before.
Frontal.
That's my bad. I got out there a little bit too aggressive.
Okay.
Did you take the arrow or?
I get a little eager.
Target you.
Oh yeah, you're a paladin. It happens.
Yeah.
That's my main, so I understand.
Yeah, you just want to get in there and just smack them, you know?
You have to constantly remind yourself that I am not the tank.
That's
Yes,
right.
get
I
that.
am not the tank. I am not the tank. I am not the tank.
I get it.
But then it's like, ooh, God, I want to get that first shot in there. Ooh, ooh.
And then he's
Ooh,
going to explain
know.
the mechanic for this boss. So
Thank you.
yeah, this is kind of a viewing for people who don't get to raid or people who don't.
He sounds
raid.
so over important when he talks. It cracks me up. All right, guys, this is Sikrin. Sikrin is a little bit more of an involved fight than what we've done so far, but Sikrin is got a few mechanics that we got to touch on. The first one is going to be face blades. So it's going to put a little red arrow over your head. If you get a red arrow, you're going to run out to the edge of the platform. We're going to start at circle. So you're going to run out to circle, and then Sikrin is going to jump to you and hit you, and then leave a clone behind. If you're standing in between Sikrin and the person getting hit, you're going to get a debuff, which is going to cause you to take some damage. So be careful of where you're standing. Everybody should be standing behind the boss. That way, everybody but Tank should be standing behind the boss because we're going to keep the boss in the center of the room. Stand behind the boss. That way, when you do get marked, you can run over to the circle and nobody else will get hit. So that means that you got to pay attention to who gets marked and not stand in between them and the boss. The next thing he's going to do is going to be an ability called Decimate. Decimate is going to be a blue line over your head. It's going to be a blue triangle over your head. And that's going to cause you to destroy the clones that are in line with you. So if you get the blue line over your head, you got to position yourself in between Sikrin and the ads. So he'll do Decimate, and then it'll create a long blue line. It'll hit the ads, and then it'll blow up and create a purple puddle on the ground. That purple puddle is going to be important because, one, you can't stand in it because it will do damage, but two, the next set of ads that we get, the next set of phase blades we're going to get is going to go stand right next to that purple puddle. We're just going to make our way clockwise around the room. So it'll always be next to the puddles. He's also going to do an ability called Rain of Arrows. Rain of Arrows is just going to be these purple swirlies all over the ground, so you just got to watch your feet and dodge and avoid them. Then every so often when he's going to do, I can't remember the name of it, but there's a big AoE, and it's telegraphed with a big purple circle around him. When you see that, you're going to run away from the boss, and 9 times out of 10, he's also doing Rain of Arrows at the same time. So you got to watch your feet and run away from the boss, and then pop a small defensive cooldown to help your healers out, because it does do a lot of damage.
It happens when he has a full energy bar.
Yes.
Desecration? I think that's what it's called. Desecration?
That sounds right. And then it's just a rinse and repeat fight. We're going to go through the same phases every time. He does it. It's a one-phase fight, so we just rinse and repeat mechanics. So we're going to run out for our phase blades, things like that, and then we handle our decimate. So it's just a rinse and repeat of all mechanics. Does anybody have any questions?
Did you say we're going counterclockwise?
Clockwise.
Oh, clockwise. Okay.
Yeah. So you'll start at circle, and then once the puddle gets made at circle, the next time you get it, you're going to run and stand next to the puddles clockwise.
So we start at 11 o'clock, and then we go to 12 o'clock, and then we go to 1
Yes. Yes, that's exactly right.
That's just the opposite of what we were doing before. Not here, but
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
We've just
the
done
right
it.
That's
way,
okay.
though.
No,
this
it's
is the
fine.
right way.
If we just please don't like freak out and get stressed out if we don't get this. I want us to have fun. So just remember that. Have fun while doing mechanics. Any questions?
We're going to get this.
When do we eat? I mean,
Yes.
lunch.
27 minutes, we'll take a break, and we'll get another feast down.
I have a cake cooling on my stove.
Oh, love it.
What kind of cake?
Red velvet.
Ooh,
Oh, my God.
I'm jealous.
Yes, red
You're my
velvet.
new best friend.
That will have
Alright,
pudding
popping
in
ready
between
check.
the sheets.
All right, Smitty, it's on you.
If you're gonna smoke a lot, you gotta know how to bake.
Yes, this is truth.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Pull him back a little bit, Smitty. There you go. Taunting boss.
Oh,
All right, phase blades out. Go to Diamond. It's okay. Somebody with decimate. When you get decimate, pay attention to the one we've got sitting in center and see if you can't get it. There should be 2 people with decimates.
Watch your step.
Rain of arrows. Watch your feet. Decimate will be coming out in just a moment. Oh, we missed the first set.
that's because of me.
It's okay. Taunting.
Try to get your next blades right on top of those other statues.
Yes. Blades right on top. Good job.
Line on you.
Alright, Decimate will be coming out here in just a minute. Get yourself in between them and the ads. Good job.
Ocean.
Rain of arrows, watch your feet. Went out for the big pop and pop a CD. Getting death up.
Cognac has a
No,
snowstorm.
I'm getting okay. Taunting.
Run out.
Yeah, because the soulstone was used, I couldn't take the res.
It's okay.
You guys always want to try to drop it just to the
Just to
left.
the yes of the puddles. Watch for decimates. Rain of arrows. Watch your feet. Decimates are coming out. We got a couple. We still got 3 up, so watch your feet. Taunting.
Wrong side.
Go to the left. It's okay, decimates. Pay attention and split your decimates. We can still recover. Decimates. Good job.
Really good job.
Watch your step.
Rain of arrows. Watch your feet.
Run.
Big DPS involved. Get your CDs popped. Good
I
job.
need heals. I need heals. I need heals.
We got you. Taunting.
Run out.
Everybody out for phase blades. Okay, we down it. That was a little sloppy, but we did pretty good. So when you go out, if you look, like right here, if we're standing right here and we've got the first puddles, there's going to be a puddle here after the decimate. You just move the next set of ads right here. And then we just keep moving like this around the platform. So you're always running towards your next clock point. Congrats to the tier piece that dropped.
Bracken, do you not need that tier piece? Because I already have champion hands, man.
I actually could because my early veteran, but
Then I'm going to pass it.
cool.
Yeah, I'm not a loot gobbo by nature, man.
Yeah, me
Neither. It burnt my other character because I let go of 2 trinkets I shouldn't have.
Kraken,
Yes.
you just ate a vile egg? Ugh. My God, man.
All right, you ready,
Yeah.
Smitty?
Jeez.
Let's do this.
A vile egg. They have. Oh, this is not going to be great. Not in.
Focus the Venom Master down first, and then we'll worry about little adlings later. All right, here comes the big ad. All right, here comes the next big ad.
Target you.
See, it got me on that boss because I knew we were going to do it clockwise, and then it's like, oh, make sure you drop it to the left of the one. It's like, huh?
All right, Roshan on his spawn. Get back. All right, guys.
That
So
time
this
of the
is
year for the creeping crud.
right.
Yeah.
So this is Roshanon. Roshanon uses a lot of the same mechanics that he does in the dungeon Dawnbreaker. So what we're gonna do is everybody's gonna be stacked on this center line here. You don't have to be stacked directly on top of someone if you don't want to, but just stack on this center line in front of him. He's gonna do several mechanics. So the first thing that we have to worry about is webs. He's gonna put a white circle around some. I think it's 3 people. Those webs need to go out, so they need to come like back here. You need to get them as far back as you can get them because when they finally go away, they leave behind pools of acid, and we don't want to have to run through them later. So you want to get them as far back and out as you can. The next thing that he's going to do is he's going to do a Poison Nova. It's an AoE skill. It's just going to do massive AoE damage. So you need to make sure that when you're grouped up, you're popping a small CD if you can to help your healers out, because it will be a lot of damage going out. The next thing is he's going to spawn ads every so often, and the ads will spawn as a green circle around you. It'll be a little green circle that surrounds you. If you get that green circle, run to the tanks and stack on or near the tanks. That way, when the ads drop, we can just cleave them right up. And keep them off of you. Ads are priority, so when the ads spawn, make sure DPS switch to the ads and cleave them down quickly. Then the next big thing that he's going to do is going to be something called Rolling Acid. Rolling Acid looks like a giant green beam with a flag hanging off of one side. So if your flag is pointed to the left, you want to make sure that you are standing on his right front leg. So if you look, if your thing is pointing to the left, you want to stand like right here, even with his foot, so that the wave goes to the left and it doesn't hit the group in the center. Same for if you're on the right, you're going to stand over here to this foot and let the wave go off. That's going to clear the webs It's going to clear any of the webs that are in the way and make them leave behind pools of acid. So that is the biggest mechanic here, is making sure we get the poison to go the correct way. So if it points to the left, go left. If it points right, go right. Then after a certain amount of time, she's going to fly away. Once she flies off, we're going to have to chase her. She's going to either fly left or fly right. We never know until she flies. We're going to have to chase her down and interrupt her the first time, and then she's going to fly away again. So the first interrupt can be anybody, and then she's going to fly away and land at the back side of the platform. When she lands at the back side of the platform, let one of the tanks interrupt, so that they can maintain their threat. And then it's going to be a rinse and repeat. We're going to go back into webs, poison novas, all of that stuff. The only key difference here is if you get a web, run it into the wall, because we're going to be right up next to a wall. Run the webs into the wall so we don't have to run through poisons later. I think I covered everything. I don't think there's not a soak in this one unless it's on heroic, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Any questions?
But you still want to interrupt once everyone's else close together.
Yes. All right, I'll pop a ready check. All right, Smitty, it's on you.
Yep. 2 seconds. Had to tab out real quick.
I really gotta macro this dude. But not too bad for just a couple days.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
AoE coming out. Pop your CDs. Taunting boss. Strands out. Webs out. Good job. AoE damage. Pop a small CD. Waves out. Scoot him just a hair. There you go. Perfect. Taunting. Spawn. Ads are coming out. If you get them, run to the front of the tanks. Webs out. Oh no. Alright, everybody stacked as far forward as you can get quickly. Taunting. Ray damage, pop a CD. She's flying away. Interrupter. Good job. I got the interrupt here. Taunting. Everybody should be stacked in the center. Good job on the poison rolling acid. Ray damage, pop a CD. Infested spawn, if you have them, run to the tanks. And then webs immediately go left to the wall. Taunting. Webs to the left. Good job. Everybody move forward just a hair. Good
Nice, Jeff.
job.
Nicely done, folks.
Very nicely done.
Question on moving the green tide. You said not to move it too far.
So if you do it, if you set it to where it's at his feet, like
Uh-huh.
the beam is at his feet and it goes to the
Uh,
left or the right, it
yeah.
it gives you a better chance of hitting all of the webs because you should be
Oh,
stacking
cleans
the
them up.
webs. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it gets rid of the webs and then it just leaves behind a small pool of acid.
Okay. Thank you. I went a little bit too far then. All right.
It's okay.
It's generally as long as you move it further enough to the further
Well,
person
what
in
you
the
guys
raid.
don't understand, Curmudgeon's my GM, and he takes off for shit like that. He deducts.
Ideally, ideally, if you keep it just like wide enough, like he was saying, between his two legs,
Uh-huh.
you're going to get all the webs. That's the purpose of the tidal waves, is just to burn
Right.
the webs up so you can move to the
Okay.
next spot.
You know, I really wasn't sure what the purpose was. I'm sure I've heard it before, but it didn't totally dawn on me. I remember somebody saying it cleans the webs, but I wouldn't, 1+1 doesn't always equal 2 to me.
And it's a source of one of the fun achieves you have to get in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the whole raid has to be hit by the same wave at the same time.
Oh, that sounds gross and annoying.
Oh.
And then you have to kill the boss. So you don't know if you've gotten it until after you've killed the boss.
Oh, sweet.
Unless you use one of those instant achievement trackers.
Cool.
The achievement tracker does track that though.
That sounds like a really crappy achievement to have to get.
Oh, it's about as much fun as the frog was in Aberrus.
I never did Aberrus, so I don't know.
Oh my god, dude! So if anybody in here, did anybody in here do the frog achieve? Where you had to get the frog hit by Rashok?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you had to get the frog hit by Rashok 9 times or 5 times.
Sounds like one of my
So,
drunken dreams, to be honest with you.
dude, it was a nightmare,
Ugh, I bet. Yeah.
and we had to do it 6 times for everybody.
It kind of reminds me of the boss achievement that's coming up next. That one sounds stupid to me.
Oh, the egg? Yeah. For
Yeah.
those of you that haven't done this fight in anything other than LFR, there's an egg down here in Bird Twister's waiting room. Don't pick it up, because you won't be able to put it down or do anything with it until you die.
All right, so everybody's gonna stack over here in this corner. We're gonna LOS these guys so we don't get thrown off the balcony.
Can I have 10 seconds to change spec, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. He's so much more accommodating than me, Kerr.
I know, right? This guy's a slave driver.
Well, he's on his best behavior. Normally, he's tongue lashing us like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
horrible.
I'm such a tongue lasher.
Well, I've heard that about you. Oh,
Thank you,
we're
sir.
having too much fun here, guys. This is
That's
fun.
that's the point of doing this.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's
gosh.
why I wanted to do a raid group during the day, was to have fun.
Yeah, and especially with the guildies, that's the icing on the cake.
Interrupt.
And somebody is running logs.
Yes, I'm running logs.
Good, because it's always fun to watch the people that get yeeted by the stag beetles when you're doing
Yeah.
the replay in the log.
Yes. Usually it's me that gets yeeted in my normal raid group. It's almost always me.
They
There's
used to
just
take
that
bets
one
on who
player.
was
Everybody's in
gonna
a nice tight group, and then you see that one player that goes flying off screen in under a second.
do.
Good
It's funny.
times.
As long as it's not you, it's funny.
Well, I just got yeeted.
It's funny just watching people fly by you,
Hi, Brood.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in Brood Twister.
That's hilarious. I choked up on that.
And I was trying to position them into. I was trying to get them into position so I didn't get launched, and getting them into position got me launched.
Yeah, that's right. That's happened to me only once so far. And it wasn't. It's kind of it's bothersome at best. Let's put it that way. That's
Here
why I like
comes
the
explanation.
thing of bringing them around LS and them around the corner. It just gets them all right there.
Can
Done
you
and
reach me,
done.
or do I need? Okay. Okay. So this is Brood Twister. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and take our 5-minute break, and then we'll come back. We'll eat another feast, and then we'll do explanations. So we'll go ahead and take a 5-minute break.
All right. So yeah, I'm really sorry that I haven't streamed in a while. Once we got back, I was still kind of dealing with my foot was feeling fine. I was starting to get back out, and then it hurt again for a little bit. And then what really killed me is that I got food poisoning.
I hope everybody at least
So
is
that was
having
fun.
fun. That's my ultimate goal, is for having fun.
What is fun?
I love raiding. It's my favorite thing.
It is great. But no, it really sucked. I tried
Is there a
boss a
mount at
fish,
the
and
end?
then like 8 hours
There's
later,
a mount
it
drop
was
at the
just
end. If we down Queen,
very
you have a
fun.
chance of getting a mount.
So we were actually back in our apartment that we were at while I was streaming before. Little dude's been healing up just fine, so I'm gonna get back to doing my content, whether it's raiding, we're gonna be doing Mythic Plus, and even just regular old leveling, because people like that kind of thing. Starting up another YouTube channel for dads and men. Still kind of in the works, but I'll get it fleshed out. Yeah. Other than that, it's just living day to day. I might go steal a slice of that pizza. I'll break.
3, 2, 1.
All right, guys, I'm gonna pop a ready check and see who's back.
I didn't realize a brick in there.
Always the red, Pally. I think it's a
He's
failure on.
slow.
I think it's a
Just
failure on
remember,
the
he's
skilled master's
slow.
part. Someone should have a talk with his GM.
We'll go ahead and drop a feast while we wait on solos.
This guy. You guys want me to kick him out of the guild?
No, we love solos too much.
All right. All right. Just say the word. You know.
Feast is down.
She does tell us to run the servers the way we see fit.
Right. I mean, she did say that.
The moderation team hasn't concluded anything yet. We're still in that gray area. Yeah, those of you that are in this raid group that are not currently an officer or GM, please feel free to join their moderation group. They're asking for 6 people. And after joining, realize that you are on the Aiden fast track.
Yes.
So you will be voluntold when you're ready for a promotion.
Yep.
Haha.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I'm not joking. That's how she got most of it.
Yes, it is.
All he's got to do is hear you say once that you like helping people, and that shit gets jotted down in the notebook.
Yeah, but if it's your nature, it's your work, then, you know.
Yeah.
That's how I got Raid Demi. Was I just started doing basic training every weekend, was having fun with it, and he was like, "Hey, look, by the way, we're doing this," and I was like, "What?"
Yep.
Mhm.
This is good so far.
Yeah, I gotta say this has been a nice change of pace.
I think we lost Smitty, or solos. You back,
Yeah,
solos?
Yes, sir. I had to
Okay.
do my channel switch thing because my mic turns itself off or something.
It's okay. All right, so this is Brood Twister. This is my favorite fight. This is so much fun. So this fight doesn't have too terribly many mechanics. It just has a lot of moving parts. So as we pop these eggs are going to put out specific mobs. So if you look at this one that I'm pinging, there's a big egg and a little egg. The big egg is going to hatch out a giant spider. Excuse me, the giant spiders have to be picked up by the tanks because they will run around and they will eat people, and they will eat people hard. In the little egg next to it is going to be a worm. When those worms pop, everybody has to switch to the worms, DPS down the worms, and keep them interrupted. They have to be kicked or they get an AoE spell off that does a lot of damage. The last set of eggs you have here are going to be the little bitty baby egglings, and they're going to spawn swarmlings, I think is what they're called. They're little bitty mites that we have to AoE and DPS down. Use any type of AoE stun that you have, any type of stuff like Ursol's Vortex where you can slow them, things like that. You want to drop it on them so that they don't get to you. If they get to you and they jump inside of you, then they're going to clone themselves.
Ew.
So, yeah, it's bad.
It's
So
like herpes. If you don't kill them immediately, it comes back again and again and again and more virulent every time.
Yes, they
I hope
spawn
you're
more.
not speaking from experience. Bro.
Yeah.
I've been active since the 70s. What can I say?
I remember
Lord
the
have
70s.
mercy.
Once you get that stuff, you hold on to it like luggage.
And if you get stuck into an interrupt, please do it right now.
Yes, if you have an interrupt, please make sure you're spec'd into it because we need as many interrupts as we can on this fight.
What are
Now-
we interrupting?
There's going to be a little
Specifically the
worm
cat.
ad.
The worms. The worms.
Oh, the
that
worms
Come out of
we
those
interrupt.
medium-sized eggs, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So typically, ranged is who interrupts the caster worms because you can pretty much do it from 40 yards away.
Yes.
And is it in heroic or this one? If you get something on you, you got to stand in between the eggs.
That's what we're about to go over now is the egg pop.
Oh,
So the next mechanic that we have to worry about is, I believe it's called experimental dosage. I believe is what the name of this skill is. Let me look.
I think you were correct.
Yes, experimental dosage. He's going to do a spell called experimental dosage, and he's going to pick 2 random players to get a giant purple circle around them. Your only job as the purple circle, you stop DPS, stop doing whatever you're doing, and get to an egg. So the way we pop the eggs is we're going to pop the 2-it skull. So we've got the little bitty egg, or the medium-sized egg, and then we've got the big size and medium-sized egg together. We're going to pop those 2 first. Then the next set of eggs, we're going to pop the 2-it eggs, which is going to be the big egg, the medium-sized egg, and the baby eggs. And then the last 2 will be the 2 at square, which has the big egg, the little egg, and then the little egg and the baby eggs. We're going to pop them in that order for all 3 areas. So I'll call out pop 2-it skull, 2-it X, 2-it square, whatever the case may be that we're heading for. Make sure if you get that purple circle, you run to that egg that you're assigned to and look and make sure that nobody else is on that egg with you with a purple circle. If we don't hatch the eggs in time, then the purple goo that he's spawning is going to hit the egg and it will hatch as an empowered eggs. Empowered eggs are priority. If we get an empowered eggs, they have to die quickly, and healers have to be aware that you're probably going to be healing your butt off for a few minutes because you get a 30-second debuff that causes you to take a shitload of damage. So we want to make sure we're popping the eggs as we go in the right order so that we can make sure that they don't get empowered. Once this side of the room fills up, we're going to move to the back side of the room, so we're going to move counterclockwise. So we're going to go from this side of the room, then we're going to go to the back where moon and diamond and triangle are, and then we're going to move to where circle and star are. With our DPS, we'll probably have him dead in the second area, which is great. We got some good DPS, so we should be able to get him down by the second area, but if not, we'll move to the third area and we'll keep going. Our tank mechanic is unstable concoction, so we'll taunt off every time he does unstable concoction, Smitty. I think that's it. Did I miss anything?
If you guys have an AoE spec, this is the fight for it. You guys, I mean, at a minimum, you should be in like your Mythic Plus spec for this fight.
Yes.
The parasites he's talking about are the swarmlings that he mentioned earlier, Adam.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
No, you're right, Adeline. There are swarmlings. Just make sure if they pop, you cook them quick. Pop your stuns, your AoE CCs, whatever you got. Pop them on them so that they slow down. And because they're gonna fixate. There's nothing the tanks can do to pick them up. They're just gonna fixate on somebody and make their way to that person. So we want to blow them up as soon as possible.
If you get fixated, just make sure the boss is between you and the mobs.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. That's what I was going to say. Don't wander off into Timbuk nowhere land.
Yeah, don't run away. Run to the boss.
Yeah.
Timbuk nowhere land.
Just do everything you can to make sure you don't get infested, because otherwise it's just going to be a virtually endless parasite spawn.
Yeah, and there's no cast time when they reach you. It's not like they're going to get close to you, and then there's a couple seconds where you have time to get away from them. If they touch you, you're infested.
If you get infested, you'll notice you'll have a little debuff symbol on you. If that happens, run and stand on top of the boss, so that when the ads jump out of you, because they're going to infest you, and then after a certain period of time, I think it's like 4 seconds, they pop out of you, and there's 2 of them now. So if you get that, run and stand on top of the boss. Let them jump out of you. When they jump out of you, run like nobody's business to get away from them.
And just because a body is dead doesn't mean that if it got infested before it died, they won't still spawn.
Yes.
Because they will pop out of a dead body and come right for you.
so sick.
They are legit parasites.
You can tell a Horde designed this dungeon. Wasn't an alliance, I'll tell you that.
Dude, it's awful fun. It's a great fight.
Oh yeah.
All right. Does anybody have any questions?
I like it, actually.
Are we gonna reset the boss or just pull as where we are?
I'm just gonna pull when we're gonna once we get in position. I'll pull him when he gets close to us.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna start over here. I'll pop a ready check, and then we will be good to go. Oop, don't forget your flasks if you're popping them. Because I totally forgot
I
mine.
got a quick question.
Hmm.
What does flash heal do?
It is a very small heal, but a very fast heal.
Great.
It's
It's
hysterical.
a small, quick flash
Yeah.
heal.
Yeah. As a
All
holy
right,
priest,
Smitty.
it should not be on your toolbar.
All right, Smitty, on you.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Taunting boss.
Special coming.
All right, everybody pop a small CD here to help your healers. Remember, we're going to be popping the 2 at skull. Egg pop.
One of
two
you
at
go
skull.
back. One of you go back.
Make sure you got both eggs in your circle.
Perfect.
Good job.
You guys are pro.
Picking up the spiderling.
Interrupt.
Taunting boss. Blow up spider. Good job. Now we're going to do 2 at X. Egg pops are coming out. 2 at X. Good job. Remember, this is where the spiderlings are going to come out, so make sure that we get them first.
But still
Picking up
interrupt.
spider. Interrupt worm, but kill the spiderlings.
I'm gonna slowly work my way
Taunting
over to.
boss.
Oh shit, never mind.
I'm making my way that way now.
Alright.
Alright, then we got the 2 at square. Watch your feet. Egg pops are out. Taunting boss. Any pick up the spider?
Yep.
Awesome.
Interrupt.
Alright,
Good
let's
job,
slowly
guys.
pull them into the next zone. Taunting boss.
Special coming.
I pop a CD to help your healers. We're gonna do 2 at moon. Two at moon. Good job. Smitty, pick up the egg closest to you. I'll pick up the far egg. Spiderlings need to go down. Good job. Taunting boss. Alright, we got 2 at diamond next. Get your parasites.
don't have to worry about the goo from the other area coming too much farther.
He gonna die. She just killed a fucker.
Good job, guys.
How's that for some egg
Ooh.
stacking, boss?
That was amazing. You guys kicked that totally in the teeth. That was awesome.
You know what? You did it differently this time, didn't you?
Yep.
No, that's the way I normally do it in our normal raid team.
Gosh, because it sure seemed to be more concise and more.
It's because
Fluid.
you only had 10 people in here, which means the boss's health was
Smaller.
and it was
Yeah.
normal. If you tried doing that in heroic, we would be carrying it well into the third area.
Yes.
But still, the basic mechanics were performed flawlessly. You guys
I
did
thought,
great.
yeah, I've never seen it
I
done that
can't
well.
give you a phenomenal because I reserved that for my group, but it was fantastic.
Yes. It was definitely.
Well,
it
if
was definitely
curmudgeon's
well
any
played.
example of your group, well, I don't know about that.
Hey man, curmudgeon's damage has increased 60%
Oh, I
since
know.
we started our group.
I'm proud of him. He's worked hard. I mean, that guy works harder than I do. He says he doesn't, but he does.
Okay.
I'm not working too hard at getting up to where you guys are. That's for sure. It's just over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won the egg.
We're gonna fix
If
it.
anybody wants the egg, please speak up now.
Is
What
that a
egg?
champion?
Oh,
Yeah, everything
Yeah, it's a
normal is
champion
champion.
egg.
Yeah.
It's a champion egg.
I mean, if it's an
need it
improvement
higher.
for you,
No. I want that egg, but at the next level.
yeah. I mean, if it's an improvement for you and you want it, man, then grab it.
Yeah, if you need something, need it. Don't feel like you have to hold back. If you need something, need roll on it.
It's a total waste on me.
I'll take.
Oh, you want it on a greed roll?
I greeted and won. I don't know
Yeah.
why I won, but I greeted and I won.
If anybody needs it, just let him know. If not, he can DE it or do whatever he wants with it.
Yeah, I could take it.
Wouldn't be a bad off spec for a healer.
Gunfire.
The one everybody wants drops from this boss. It makes me jelly. I'm not on my monk for this boss.
Which one?
Princess?
No, which trinket?
Oh, well, most
It's
of the
the
melee
A.
classes want the terrible transmitter, although it is an A-list for some casters as well, just for the sheer stat gain you get. Everybody else wants the codex, and I'm still hunting just for the transmog of that glorious, glorious pig sticker he uses.
Alright, range, if you could, target the spiders pulling people off.
But yeah, terrible transmitter, I think it's definitely BIS for Deeks.
Yeah, it's definitely best for a lot of people because we have our raid team people. I think we've got like 4 people with it.
Yeah.
I could actually use
The
the egg.
codex is typically higher, I think. Codex is, I think, is for the agility classes. So the hunters would both love that. Terrible transmitter is A-list, I know, for evokers. Or B-list, excuse me, B tier. But that's only because every trinket in this raid seems to be geared towards casters.
I thought there was some paladin gear here too. A trinket or necklace, maybe. I don't know.
The big versatility necklace is
think
from
so.
the court fight. The haste necklace is from Sikrin. No, Sikrin is the
Okay.
crit necklace, and the
Okay.
haste necklace is for Sean.
Okay. I think Sikrim must be the
And
one.
then everybody's Bis ring drops from the queen.
Awesome.
I infiltrated the Queen's court, Master. She suspects nothing.
Another
I
good
was
fight
hoping
here.
our paths would cross, just not so soon.
Just no.
You have seen too much, and I cannot let your loose ends.
Every time all those minions come out, I think they're ads. I'm telling you, it freaks me out.
Hello.
Little bitty wild imps.
I know. They're confusing.
I mean,
Okay, Jess, go ahead and restart. So this is Kaiveza. So me and Smitty are going to keep the boss at Skull. That's where we're going to keep her when we reset after every one of her little intermissions and her phases. We're going to reset back to Skull. Now, this fight, she's going to do a couple of wonky things. The first one is she's going to create clones of herself. She's going to target 3 people. I believe it's 3 in regular. She's going to target 3 people with a symbol over their head. I think it's a blue triangle over your head. If you get that, you're going to run to one of these symbols. It doesn't matter which one, just as long as somebody else isn't on that symbol. Run to the symbols so we can keep the other portals they're going to create on the edges of the platform so that we don't get pulled in and get eated. And then occasionally they're going to do, after we do one round of the original portals, they're going to do charges. If you get targeted with a charge, I want you to run and stand like me directly behind whatever symbol it's on. Stand on this line so that it charges behind you, so we can keep it on the right side of the room, so that we don't have so many portals going through the raid. So, and that one will be, I believe, is a red triangle over your head. If you get the red triangle, you want to just stand on the outside line and let it charge through you, and then you can go right back into fighting Princess Kai'Veza in the center of the room. Then she's going to do an intermission phase. When she does her intermission phase, it's going to be Starless Night. In this intermission phase, the only thing you have to worry about is lines. You're going to target random players with these lines that are going to go over, that's going to go out for you, and it's going to charge. It's going to do like a charge straight through you in a line. If you get the line, do not move unless you're standing in someone else's line. Let everybody else move around you. It makes it easier to get out of lines if the lines aren't moving. So if you get a line, just stand still and then let everybody else move around you. Then once that starts, she's going to pop out of her intermission phase. We'll go back to square, and this time there will be 4 people that will get targeted with the clones. And you just need to make sure you run to each one of the symbols and drop your clone at one of the symbols, and then we do the charges again. Run behind your charge and stand there. I think that's it for regular. Any questions?
Which mark is the fixated?
What do you mean?
Well, tanks usually fixate on one target. Which one is it?
We keep them on Skull.
Alright.
Yeah, we'll keep her on Skull, and then everybody else can use any of the other ones.
So when we get our 3 portals, don't drop them on X, Square, and Moon, because if the tank drops it on Skull, it'll be a funky pull.
What you're saying is the first 3 portals we drop on Skull, Diamond, and Triangle.
It sounds
No,
like
Skull's always
the
going to be
tank-
open for the tanks, is what he's saying.
Always the tank.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
The reason we do it that way is if things start getting a little wonky, like if the reason I do it that way is so that if the portals get a little wonkified, because sometimes they do, it just happens. We can call out. I can call out and tell Smitty, hey Smitty, we're going to move to Diamond, or we're going to move to X, we're going to move to Triangle. That way, one of us can move her to where she needs to be. So when she drops her portal, it's not such a horrible suck on us. And that's why I leave Skull open, so that we always have Skull to return to.
Think of where she's standing as the safe zone in the room, and there are going to be black holes popping up all around her. So if you stay in that safe zone, you get tugged in every direction. You don't go towards any of them.
Yep.
Check. Fact check true.
Obey you.
Yes.
Unrelated, you missed me tanking this on my mage last night.
Adeline, are you back yet? Did you reset your WoW? Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Alright, does anybody have any questions on how we do this fight? No? Alright, we'll pop a ready check. Alright, Smitty, it's on you.
There we go.
I got her.
Anybody else's DBM just go a little wonky there?
Yeah, I got her though. Alright, good job on placements. Everybody to the center and get ready for pull. Good job.
Ah, no balls to the face this
Now we'll
chair,
go-
buddy.
Yes, now we'll back to Skull.
You got a line, watch it.
Get your charge, run behind it. I move her to Diamond. I'm moving her to Diamond.
Yep.
Stay away from
What?
lines.
I don't know what we're talking about.
I'm just moving her to the Diamond marker.
Because we had a charge go through the group, so he's
Yep.
being proactive.
Oh shit.
When you have
Okay.
a charge on you, anytime the charge comes, if you guys just take like a little two-step shuffle left or right, see if one of the lines move.
Alright, charges out. Good job.
I got sucked into one of
Stay away
those.
from lines.
It's okay.
Healers, I'm sorry, I've had Burning Rush on this whole time.
Everybody run toward Diamond. Run toward Diamond to stay out of the suck.
Phase
Intermission.
Watch the lines. If you get a
Watch
line on you,
lines.
do not move.
Line on you.
Alright, get ready for markers. If you get a marker, get to a color. Quick, quick, quick.
Marked for death.
Good job. Alright, everybody into the center and get ready for the big suck. Good job.
I strike from everywhere.
Alright, get your charges out. Charges out. Quick, quick, quick. Move her to X.
Yep.
Stay away from lines. Watch your step.
Alright, charges out of the group. Quick, quick, quick. Good job. We're moving into Diamond.
Stay away from lines.
You're dead.
Good job.
Thanks for the heal.
Impressive. But did you believe you were fighting the real?
Congrats on the tier piece, Evoker.
I will leave the queen to
Nice.
I get paid regardless.
Ooh, and the tank.
Good job. Good job.
No, I can't get it. I can't take it.
Before I collect. Until then, watch your back.
The Queen has opened the inner sanctum to send her elite guards to kill you.
Hello, so sorry I'm late. I was having a nap.
It's okay.
It's a
You
good thing to
loser.
have a nap.
We're almost done. Now we don't want you.
No,
what
we're
made
just.
you think we wanted him before? Eldor, how you doing, bud?
Hey, can I be greedy and ask for your guys' help in killing these ads over here for a chance at a BOE?
Yeah, we can kill these ads.
And that will incidentally give us time to put up a summoning portal for your buddy.
For a small
Yeah.
fee, we'd be honored to assist
Yeah, I
you
just
in
got
that
the
matter.
mess. I just saw the message from Bayou. It was like, you joined the raid, and I was still waking up. I'm like, there's a raid?
Ask Whiskey, and then I'll give you my answer.
Enthralled.
practice interrupts here too.
Oh,
That's
there's
always
an
good.
interrupt?
You guys keep talking about these interrupts, man, but I don't know what you're talking about.
They keep
Hey, you
getting
don't
off before I even get them.
I mean, I've got them, but they each take like 1.4 seconds to cast, so they're essentially nothing.
Really?
I think that's that thing that DPS are supposed to do, but I'm not sure.
No, it's the thing that
Ah.
tanks are supposed to do, but DPS, we do
well,
our
see,
share.
You know, you solve the. If it dies quick enough, you don't have to interrupt anything. You'll just kill it faster.
True.
You know, that is a valid statement.
However, practice makes perfect, and when you see a thing cast, you should interrupt it no matter what the situation is. Just like you don't release after you die. God dang it!
If it's not that important, I'm gonna stop doing it right now. There's no more
Please don't.
interrupts from me from now on.
No, keep interrupting. Keep interrupting. All right, Felonor,
Attaboy.
what character are you on?
I'm on Feldor.
What server?
Garona.
Garrona?
Oh, he's a Corona exile like me.
Garona.
My Sharona.
Corona peeps are OGs.
My Sharona. If you haven't met Feldor,
Dude, there was when I joined Corona, it was 89% active player base was Horde.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
mostly
God.
a Horde server back in the day. I played Alliance the entire time because I didn't know
No,
Corona
oh.
was a Horde character until like later on in the lore. And then the movie came out, and I was like, "Hey, that character is what my server is based off of." After the
So
movie,
if you were an Alliance
people
character,
watched
you had to be
Horde.
very careful when you came to like a
I got a repair
PvP
mount
area.
over here.
Yeah, it was good though.
Oh, do you guys
I've
need
never had any problems with Corona.
You need a repair bot? Did somebody say?
Yeah,
I put one out.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
thank
your
you.
kind soul.
I knew I forgot to grab something out of the guild bank.
Is this
my bad.
is this normal or
I forgot to
heroic?
put my
Normal.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot to put my hammers in my
At this
warband
point, it's normal.
I need to try and get a back piece. I need to get a back piece that is hero level, or I can get to hero level, so I can finish my heroic set. All I need is a heroic back piece.
Nice.
Or a champion back piece that's like technically
Upgradable.
heroic. Yeah,
I'm surprised you
heroic
don't want
level.
the mythic set, like the poor
Oh,
man.
I'm already
Capria.
working on the mythic set. I just need to get more gilded crests. I already have like 4 or 5 of the pieces. Once you
Join
get a
the crowd.
heroic, once you go from hero 4 to hero 5, you automatically unlock the mythic appearance.
Yeah, you got more gilded than I do.
All right, guys. So this is our council fight. This is arguably the hardest fight in this raid, in my opinion, on normal. This is definitely the hardest fight. There are 3 different phases, and each phase has a whole bunch of fun stuff that we have to do. So during the first phase, the first big mechanic that we have to worry about is something called charge. A Nerub-ar is after a certain period of time, a Nerub-ar is going to do a charge through the field. When he charges, we have to have 2 people that can get webbed together and stretch it across his charge so that so his charge doesn't complete. If his charge completes, we take a crap load of damage, and it's more than likely going to be a wipe. So throughout the fight, in the first phase, there will be webs that get put on the ground, and then there will be ads that spawn. Ads are priority, so make sure you turn to the ads and kill the ads. If you get ads, drag them through the bosses. The bosses are going to stay stacked on top of each other, so we're going to have both bosses stacked on Skyne Spinner so that she doesn't move. Or both bosses, rather, on Tukaj. Then just drag your ads through the bosses so that we can cleave them down. Then the webs are going to spawn. We need 2 people. Do I have any volunteers to try webs today?
You just run through them?
No, you have to get paired up with somebody.
2 people have to be on the same
I've never
web
done
when
it.
it explodes, and then they both become tethered to each other, and then you have to spread
Yeah.
out so that you.
I've seen it done. I just have never done it.
It typically is a tank and a melee. So it's whatever tank is not currently grabbing a noob, typically grabs the web with another melee character.
I've never done it that way.
There are some, if you're a really tanky heal like a shaman or a super buffed druid, you can do it because then you can also provide direct heals to the tether team. which is crucial because if one of the two tethers dies, the web line disappears.
Okay, which melee wants to pair up with we'll do me. We'll do me first. See how this goes.
Because you guys are already typically in melee range anyway, and there's almost always a web ball right by you.
Sure.
Who is that?
Me.
Franken? Okay. Alright, Fracken, so me and you will try this. I've never done it as a tank melee combo, so this is gonna be a new try on me. Yeah, so don't release. So we're gonna get the webs, and then we're gonna stretch it across his charge, and we're gonna stop his charge. That happens twice. Before we go into intermission. When we go into intermission, Anubarash is going to disappear, and Skyne Spinner is going to port to the center of the room, and she's going to get a shield. We have to DPS the shield down. While what else happens during her intermission? I can't remember all of a sudden.
She has a frontal.
Oh yeah, that's right. She does the pie phase, so she's gonna do pie across the whole. So if you think of each little section here that we're standing in as a piece of the pie, each section of the pie is gonna light up. You want to make sure that you're not getting hit by the pie. So you want to make sure that you are, as soon as one disappears, you try to run into that spot so that you can sit there and DPS her, and we can DPS down her shield. If you have trouble following it, I know Diamond, I know my paths pretty well, so if you want to follow Diamond, if you don't know what you're doing, we'll kite our way around the circle and keep from getting smacked.
But don't all stack directly on Diamond?
Yes.
This is a balancing act. You don't really want to go much farther out than that initial gold ring. Melee should always be inside that ring into the boss. Range should be between that ring and like here. If you go too much farther out, you don't have enough time to get out of your pie wedge. And if we stack all on the tank, which we've been conditioned to do for every other fight in this place, she lobs out these little balls of fun that will do AoE damage, and it will do more damage the more people it hits, and it's raid wide. So if there's 8 of us stacked up right on top of the tank, we will wipe every time.
Yes.
And how are we going to deal with the dispel?
We're going to get to that. We haven't quite gotten to that just yet.
All right.
So that's her intermission phase. When her shield goes down, intermission ends, and Anubarash will come back up, and one of us tanks will have to pick up Anubarash. During this phase, she's gonna do. The first thing she's gonna do is she's gonna pull everybody in and web you to somebody. During this phase, you do not need to keep your webbing. You just need to run away. Break your web and run away from her purple circle because she's going to do an AoE. So you're going to run out of the purple circle and break your webs and continue to DPS the boss. We're going to separate Anubarash and Takaj here. So instead of them being stacked together, we're going to have Anubarash. So like if Takaj is where she's standing, we'll have Anubarash like right over here. Everybody should be DPSing Anubarash unless you get something, I think it's called Swarm. It'll be a bunch of purple bugs swirling your character.
Yeah, it's called Swarm.
If you get that, you need to run underneath Takaj and stand there until you're dispelled. Once you're dispelled, run away from the boss, because she will be in the center of the room. So we want to make sure that only the people that have Swarm are running to the boss and get dispelled. Every time a dispel happens, it jumps to the closest character. So only the people that get Swarm should be in the center. If Takaj is the closest, it'll go to Takaj, and that's what we're aiming for. Is we're aiming for all 3 debuffs to go to Takaj, so she'll get stunned. Once she's stunned, everybody will switch to Takaj and start DPSing her down because she takes more damage when she's in her stun phase. Then we move on to Intermission 2. Intermission 2 is where Takaj is going to disappear and Anubarash is going to come to the center. Now, Anubarash is a little bit more tricky. Anubarash is going to summon brown circles all over the arena. You got to stay out of the brown circles because if you get caught in the brown circle, it's going to spike you. And just like Stang said, it's a blender of death. It's going to shoot a spike up through you, and we have to DPS you down, which means we're not DPSing the boss, which makes the boss phase takes longer. So you want to avoid brown circles while continuing to DPS the boss. If you don't feel confident DPSing the boss and dodging, just focus on dodging. Focus on dodging your brown circles and DPS when you can. It may take longer, but we need to make sure that everybody lives through that phase. So concentrate mostly on your dodging. There will be safe spots throughout the room. You just have to find them. Once we get Anubarash's shield down, then phase 3 starts. When phase 3 starts, we have everything that we've had to deal with so far comes into one phase. So in phase 3, we'll still have to deal with the swarm. So we need to make sure that we're getting swarm underneath the boss. We're still going to get webbed. The only difference is this time in phase 3, we need to make sure we keep at least one web. So whoever gets paired up with Bayu or Sylphina is going to make sure that you keep your web with them, so stay close. We're going to dodge the brown circles that Anubarash is going to put out, and then we have to stretch it across his charge to stop his charge from happening. Once his charge goes off, a few seconds later, then Akaj will start hers, where she will teleport to the center of the room and start doing her devastation cast that we have to interrupt with swarms. So it's kind of like all 3 phases all at the same time. Now we have the DPS that we probably won't get to phase 3, but if we do, just know that it's going to be all 3 phases all at the same time. So we have to be super careful and watch your feet like crazy. This fight is super hard, so please don't get upset if we wipe a few times, because this boss is super hard. I have full confidence in us, but if we, just in case we do, don't get upset, because this is just a learning curve and we're a new group. Anybody have any questions so far? Do what?
I'm leaving as soon as we wipe. One wipe, I'm gone.
I'll tell you what, Feldor, if we wipe, it's only because there's been a change in our lineup, boss.
Yeah, for sure.
Just point something
My
out,
extra, my extra DPS will definitely hinder the group.
Well, we'll see.
All right, any questions?
I'm gonna blame the new guy.
All right,
Sorry,
I'm gonna
but I'm gonna blame
I'm
the
gonna
new
pop
guy.
a ready check. Smitty, who are you taking first?
I'll take a noob. That's what
Okay.
usually the way I go every time.
Okay. All right, everybody's ready. It's on you.
Do you want hero now or the stun phase?
Stun phase.
Spread.
Taunting an Uberash.
Yeah.
All right, adds under boss. Adds under boss. Watch your swirlies. All right, Fracken, we're gonna go here.
Charging.
Good job. External on Feldor.
Spread.
You guys are pro.
Good job. Everybody on an Uberash, blow him up. Alright, I'm gonna drag them back together. Taunting an Uberash. Adds under boss. Watch your feet. Alright, Feldor, we're gonna go here.
Charging. Charge new line.
Going far. Blow up an Uberash.
It was a nice save, by the way, guys.
Good job. Alright, here comes intermission. Alright, if we could get somebody to clear webs, please. Good job on web clear, I appreciate it.
God.
All right, a new brash should be coming back up in just a minute. Picking up a new brash. All right, we're going to keep them separated here, so when we get pulled in, everybody run and break your lines. Adds under a new brash. Watch the frontal. Right the impale if we can. All right, everybody run out and break your lines.
I have Swarm and an ad on me.
Special coming.
Swarm to the center. Swarm to the center. Everything on Sky Spinner.
Who are we supposed to be on?
Sky Spinner. Blow her up. Once she
Oh,
stops
we got
running, we'll get
damage.
on the new
Fuck.
brash.
I just wasn't. I was too far in on
Yeah, they
one
take
side. Couldn't get out.
200% damage whenever you manage to stun them out of
Fuck.
whatever super ability they're doing.
I fucked up this fight.
For like
so
All right,
12 seconds.
everybody break lines.
Oh, shit.
All right, everybody, if you get swarm, get ready to get under the boss.
Do you want me to get fracking up?
No, it'll be a wipe. It's fine. So now everybody has seen the fight. I know it's a lot.
Special coming.
I know it's not something you're going to want to do in Heroic, but for the sake of expediency, because I know we only have the 2 healers right now, so doing the 3 dispels is probably difficult with the 6 and 8 second delay. Did you want to just do a mass dispel and eat the pain?
Will it? How much damage does it do in regular? Because I've never done a mass dispel.
It doesn't do anywhere near as bad as Heroic. I mean,
Okay.
it's a blip. And it's only a 2-second dot, so.
It's actually better to have the master spell with 2 healers, especially if the 2 healers are priests.
Because I think they have, what, an 8-second delay between dispel? So if they both dispel the same person,
Yeah,
you're
if
going
we
to
want
get
to
a catech
do,
with them no matter what.
if we want to do mass dispel, if we can, that would be great. Do a mass dispel on the first set.
Simply because we've got 2 priests.
Yeah.
I can dispel myself with anti-magic shell.
It's more like the first priest does the master spell on the first one, and the second priest does the master spell on the second one.
Okay.
Thank you for the hammer.
So then we'll just do, Adlin, we'll have you go first. We'll have you do mass dispel first, and then second will be Father.
Because I don't think you're going to have any problems finding a 3rd healer by next week. I've already fielded 6 people from my guild specifically about your group, so.
Well, we have a 3rd healer. He just got called into work today.
But I might want to heal one day too.
We'll see.
So I mean, you don't want to do the mass dispel on Heroic
I
no
did
matter
too.
what. But
Yeah, no, man, I know in Heroic, I know it hits really hard in Heroic. I just didn't know how bad it hit in regular. We haven't done regular in
the
a
only one
while.
who might be in danger is Death, and that's only because this guy. I mean, you got a 25-yard range, man. You ain't got to be sitting there nuts to butts with the tank.
Amen for that. God for that.
I mean, I love it.
I
You're
mean,
going for it.
ultimately, the way it happens is the whole raid stacks in the middle, and then you mass dispel.
I don't want everybody stacking in the middle. I just want the people with swarm stacking in the middle because
Right.
we don't want mass dispel to go off and then it not work. So we're gonna keep.
Just jump to 3 other members of the raid.
Yeah, we'll just keep a new barrage separate like we've been doing. We'll just do mass dispels on the first round and the second round just so we can make sure we get them.
And you healers are doing a great job, by the way.
Yes, y'all are kicking some
Absolutely.
major butt.
Yeah, you've had a lot to deal with.
Especially this hunter.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give us a 5-minute break. I know it's a little bit early, but we're gonna take a quick break, real quick. Everybody get a drink, stretch your legs, do what you got to do, and we'll meet back. We'll do 8 minutes, so we're back at 3. Sir,
I gotta go see a man about a snake. I'll be back.
It's okay, Adeline. That I understand. We'll cut it a little short tonight, which is not a big deal. We'll do another 30 minutes, and then we'll call it for the day, which is fine because we're gonna meet again tomorrow. Speaking of which, I need to set up the sign up sheet for tomorrow.
I got 2 displays coming in the mail today, so I have no idea when they're supposed to show up, but they're supposed to show up at some point today. So hopefully we're not in the middle of a fight when the dude knocks on my door. Just yell at him from behind the other side of the door. I'm in a raid.
Tell him, hey, bro, you're gonna have to hold on. We're in the middle of Queen. Can't do this right now.
Yeah, we're doing council right now. Hold on, we're doing second court.
I can't tell you how much that pisses my wife off when I tell her that when she wants to talk to me or wants me to do something. Ooh, God, she goes through the fucking roof.
So does my husband.
But I say to her, if she doesn't straighten out, I'm going to withhold sex from her. Normally she comes to bear right then.
I wouldn't rely on that strategy, man.
No, really.
I usually grab mine by the tits and I go, bitch. No.
Follow me for more marriage advice.
Yeah, you grab her by the tits and she knees you in the crotch. That's how that works.
What is this grabbing? It's caress.
Yes.
Grab.
And treat.
Nurture them like little puppies.
Worship even.
Puppies.
Bind.
There's no grab and drag involved with that particular anatomy part. Because when it comes down to it, gentlemen, we have a much more ready-to-use handle that they could use.
Boy, I'm telling
we
you.
do really want to encourage them for it. Because I have a feeling it's going to give them much more control over us than the other way around.
Could lead you around by it, I guarantee you. I've heard my friend told me that. I never experienced it myself, but that's what I heard. That they could actually lead you around by it.
I just like to give her a hard time.
Oh. Yeah, I've got my healer I've been playing with a little bit. I haven't done much, raiding anything. He's a 614 Resto Shaman.
Nice.
A lot of fun. God, a lot of fun. So I'd like to get him going at some point, Not that I've
We
given
need
up
your
on solos.
DPS.
Well, I mean, that's fine. I'm just talking about some point, at some.
Oh, at some point, we'll definitely be able to get you guys rotated into doing another spec.
Yeah, when you guys get up to where you want, everything's cooking, and you don't need such massive DPS, that I can still play when you wanted me to. You just want to do something different. I mean, I don't have 1180s for nothing, Fuck, I like to play with a couple of them.
This is true.
I'm not good at any of them, but still, it's fun. It just gets, just change pace a little bit. That's all.
Yeah, I was thinking of starting up a healer.
I like tanking too. I just don't have any experience with it. But the little bit that I've done, and pugs and stuff, it's a lot of fun. Jesus, I've enjoyed all of the classes actually, except for your
rogue
evoker. God, I cannot play that in any form, shape, or fashion.
That is actually the only healer I'm somewhat decent at so far.
I can't do heals. Heals gives me so much anxiety. I freak out and I'm like, oh my god, the whole time.
Like someone was saying earlier, I'm a click player. Always have been. I have
me
macros.
too.
I have a
Me
few
too.
macros, but I'm mostly a click player, and typically doesn't make for the greatest heals. I can do okay in a dungeon group, but in a raid,
It's
Actually,
panic
Yeah.
inducing.
if it's like a 30-man raid and there's 5 other healers, then yeah, no problem.
actually, Evoker is a really good clicker, but they're bad at it.
Yeah, they're badass. Well, isn't augmentation one of the top performers now? Did I read that right? At Archon or Archon or somewhere?
Okay, here's the thing: the augmentation. The problem with whether they're great or not is that all their metrics are based on
Boosting
Individual
everybody
performance?
else.
the top. I'd say the top 3% of the player base equates to like that top damage line, because they're going to always be. They know exactly who to buff at what times, and they're micromanaging all of their buffs to within a half a second. So there's almost a constant uptime.
So they do damage by buffing other people. Now that is
Yeah, well, and they do
bizarre.
damage themselves, but the more they buff other players, the more they in turn do damage themselves. But you've got to
Wow.
juggle everything perfectly. I think it's probably the most technically demanding spec in the game.
Yeah, I know the healing is. I tried that a little bit.
So,
Oh,
like
fuck.
I said, those 3% at the top of the game, yeah, they're the tops in damage, because you also equate what they buff into their main damage as well. But the other 97% of us, nah.
Those guys are so smart they would understand my quantum theory of jizz.
But that's why I said that, like, they're really good at what they do, but they're also really bad at it too.
I'm sorry, Bayou. I didn't mean to get too far into the weeds, but I'll share it with you one of
Fine.
these days.
I was there when you had that conversation.
Oh, okay. All right. I love it.
Everybody bet
No,
time man for luck. Don't
I'm
forget
not
to bet
having
time
any
man.
fun. I'm not
Yeah.
having any fun today, guys. I'm sorry.
I don't particularly need to hear the quantum theory of jizz, but just knowing that you have one brightens my day, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Oh,
that's got a nice meaty feel that just rolls off the tongue.
yeah. You and I could talk some old talks back in the '70s. Yeah, when two strangers would have sex and no one died. I mean, no one understands this these days. No one had to wear hazmat suits. We're in pretty good shape.
We got 4 minutes before we run out of food.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a new feast when the break's
Oh, okay.
over.
We could eat your pets.
Okay.
They probably
Right,
wouldn't
that
be
Like
very
porcupine.
Meaty.
That little one looks pretty good. That little
A
spear
stone-
beast down there.
A stone dog and a porcupine. Go for it.
He's not stone.
What?
He's not
No.
stone.
She has a
Yeah,
stone
he is.
dog.
Yeah, he is. You put your cursor over it, and he was like hard. Oh no, wait, that's curmudgeon. I'm sorry. Never mind. He's gonna kick me out of the guild
5, 4, 3, 2.
for insubordination.
All right, guys, I'm gonna drop a feast.
You there?
You
check out
understand? You understand that Aiden's in our raid team, right?
What?
Oh God.
Yeah.
That
Nothing you say. Yeah,
Right.
none of us realized it either. We were taking applications. I kind of fell into their raid lead role when somebody left, and it was expressed to me that the Aiden that was in our group was like the Aiden. So we have people that come in there every week and they see Aiden's in there, and the pucker factor gets high, man. It's hysterical because they don't know how they should act, and then
yeah.
I love
will
Aiden.
set
She cracks
off,
me
and
up.
it just
Yeah.
she's better than a raunchy sailor on leave. Let's put it that way.
You got him going back in the whole post to check what's allowed, what's not allowed. Guild rules.
I'll
and
pop a
stuff.
ready check just to
Say
see
that,
who's
yeah,
back.
I can imagine.
Oh no, we have a disclaimer on our raid team, man. We are definitely a mature raid, and you have to take that into consideration.
It's our raid group. Love it or leave it.
I bet raiding with Aiden is fun.
Dude, she's great. She really is.
Oh yeah,
Good to know she plays actively. It's good to hear that.
She's really cool. Well, as much as she can, right?
Well, yeah, I'm sure she's got a life and business and a small guild to deal with.
I think raid night's about the only time she really gets a chance to play.
I mean, if you're an officer level, and you're invited to come raid with Curmudgeon and I on the weekends by Aiden, you should seriously think about accepting it. because a lot of the recent Aidenings have come out of our group.
I didn't give Aiden my little speech on that. She tried to Aiden me the other day, and I was
Yeah.
like, "No, ma'am, this isn't happening."
Oh, were you on the short list for Illidan then? Okay, good.
I don't know what I was on the short list for, but she said she made some comment about it. And I looked at her and I was like, "Ma'am, no, ma'am, this isn't happening." I was like, "I'm a raid Demi. I'm happy. I don't want to be anything else. I'm good. Please."
Yeah, it's the same thing Pick said. Where is he now?
Yeah, in the heart of things.
All right, so now since we're just waiting on Smitty, now that
finished
we've
it?
I'm here.
you're good. Now that we've
Sorry about
seen the fight, you're fine. Now that we've seen the fight and we kind of see the mechanics of kind of how they're going on, does anybody have any questions about this fight?
Oh my God. It might take 5 times more.
It's okay. This fight is very intense. That's why I'm telling you this is one of the hardest fights in. I fully believe it's one of the hardest fights in this raid.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts.
Hey, don't
I
join
just
a prod
get
group
turned
if you
around
can't do
backwards in it. I don't know how, but I do. I don't know what direction I'm going in.
Does it help to know that you don't engage the boss and a new Barash until he's stunned, and that's when you're on him? Are you having trouble which boss to be on and trying to move around for that? A little bit.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like when
Okay,
she goes to
so-
the center, are we supposed to be hitting her or Anubish?
He'll normally call it.
Anubish.
He'll call
So
it.
yeah,
He'll call
so the way it works on DPS is in the beginning you can DPS either one. It's best to cleave
Okay.
because we're keeping them together. And then when a Nubarash does his charge, he's going to charge through the group and he's going to get stunned. When he gets stunned, we're going to pop hero and we're going to blow up a Nubarash. Because when they're stunned, they take a boatload more damage.
Yeah, they take
So-
200% more damage.
Yeah, it's 200%. So we're going to blow up a Nubarash. So it'll be both of them, and then it'll be just a Nubarash for a little bit. And then when he goes back being active, it'll be DPS whichever boss you can, preferably cleaving, just because we're going to have them together. And then he's going to charge a second time, and we're going to switch to a Nubarash again and blow him up. And then on the third phase, on the second phase, when she goes into the center and she does her swarms, where we have to get the swarms under the boss, everybody should be away from her except for those who get swarm. We're going to mass dispel her. Then she gets stunned, and then we immediately start blowing her up.
So, like,
So it's
you're the
every
hunter,
time they're
right?
stunned.
The swarm is the looks like a little white cloud surrounding you?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you guys all have the weak aura for this?
I do. I just
I don't-
forgot to post mine. I need to post one.
I'll get it in there for you while you continue to explain.
Thank you.
so it's pertinent to this fight specifically. What you're talking about, the weak aura.
There's a weak aura that helps
the
you with
entire raid.
all of the it helps you with all of the fights in the raid. It kind of gives you a blow by blow down the side of your screen. It'll tell you
Oh.
what's coming next. So it
Okay.
kind of helps you get in position and move around a little bit. I completely forgot about doing it.
Okay. But does that mean that if we're not in the raid, it won't flash up, or do we have to turn it
No,
on
no,
or off?
this
It's
is strictly
only-
a Nerub-ar Palace raid.
Yep.
Outstanding.
And like for example, if the swarm, if you would use this weak aura and you get the swarm, it's going to be an icon right above your character's head. You cannot miss it. That's going to say swarm and will have buzzing flies around it to let you know that you can bang right to the center. For example, when you're in the phase 3 and he tells us to try to hold our webs together, at least 2 or 3 groups for the charge in phase 3, it will give you a list next to your raid box, your raid frames, that will show you who's tethered to who. So you can just see your name, who you're tethered to, and you can call it out that you're going to stick by them. It will also give you
You're not
countdown
supposed to
timers
run
for a lot of
away
stuff.
from them?
So during
Not in
phase
3.
in phase 2 you
Oh.
will. In phase 2 you will, like we were doing it. You were doing it just fine in phase 2 where you separate.
Yeah.
Phase 3 is the only time that changes, and that's because we're
Oh.
dealing with all 3 mechanics at the same time. So we got to keep our webs in phase 3. We didn't quite make it to phase 3. We got close, but we didn't quite make it to phase 3, which is, I mean, we got farther than I anticipated, to be completely honest. We did really, really good.
And he's too nice to tell you this, but I'm me, so I'm going to. You can do everything absolutely perfectly, and the game will still give you a kick to the gooch at the end when the boss is at 2%, just by bad RNG placement of wherever the blades happen to spawn, like during a swarm phase. So if that happens, you should not feel bad. You should just, it should piss you off so that you conquer it the next time.
Yes.
That's why it's a fun fight, because you could do everything perfectly and still not get it.
But all that's good information, folks.
I wish we could get different dance emotes for our characters. I would love to be using the undead dance.
All right, I'm popping a ready check.
Yeah, you just use the atomic recalibrator.
Yes, the atomic recalibrator. I love that thing.
No, but I mean, like, I can like select like a bunch like a different emotes
Oh.
set to my character, and then my.
Don't
character can
worry,
do
that's
those
coming in
emotes.
a year or two, probably.
yeah,
just
that'll-
player
yeah,
housing
that'll
and
really
nice.
hope that they do that, because I'd love to do something like that.
That'll be in
Don't
the
get
emote store for $5 a dance, I'm sure.
Don't get Feldor started on housing. Now he's already got his built. Shit.
All right, Smitty, it's on you.
I ain't joking. He's in love
I
with
already
that.
bought my enchanted broom for like
See?
a couple
Told
$100
you.
grand.
Told you. He's all in, dude. Which is fun to listen to. He's so excited for it.
Enchanted broom, the pet?
Yeah.
A couple of those.
Taunting
He
a new
knows all
barrage.
about it.
All right, watch your feet, watch webs, and pull ads under the boss. All right, we're gonna go over here, Fracken. Oh no! Oh, stretch, guys. You two got it. Thank you. Good recovery. Everybody on a Nerub-ar. Blow up a Nerub-ar. I bring them back together. Taunting boss. Alright, we're gonna go over here, Fracken. Oh, quick, go. Oh, we're gonna miss it.
Defensives, big defensives.
Yep. That was on us, my bad.
Yeah, I was on a web, but there was no one there to like greet me, so.
It's okay.
I
that
think
was
that's
on.
the wipe.
It is.
Hanyak should have a soulstone, unless he used it already.
I do not.
Oh, well then here, let me give you one. Cool. I got it in before I died.
Go ahead and wipe it up, guys.
I saw you trying to sneak out. You can't reset this like the princess.
Tried.
I see both of you trying to sneak out that way. It don't work.
Make that rookie move out of this place.
It's always the best phase to have this happen on, because there's always a hunter trying to feign death and praying he doesn't get pie wedged.
I think I should try to die more often. I seem to live longer.
Adeline, you are the beefiest priest I've ever seen.
Yeah, you took like 5 of those to the face.
Nope, lost the soul stone.
It's okay. I'll run back. I'll run back and res. That boo-boo was on me. Hey, I didn't die from the goo this time.
That's progress.
Usually I die about 3 times before I get one of the potions to actually let me run.
Yeah,
And I will smoke to your success, sir.
I will second that. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me.
All right. Load. Load it up,
Third.
stir it up a little bit. and-
Now you understand why this group is chill.
You're
That's
roboting
right.
really bad solos.
My apologies.
How do you know he's not a fucking robot? In real
That
life.
it sounded like a bad country song on a warped record, man.
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be robots.
I'm stuck right underneath.
We got you. We should be able to match res everybody from
You
the.
don't normally complain, Blue Enda.
I know.
I'm just pointing out you don't normally complain about that.
What? Where I'm lying?
When you're stuck underneath with a gnome or something, you know, something romantic like that.
This.
You know.
She's not. It's a
Or-
she for one.
Have you ever seen Curmudgeon's Tyrannosaurus Rex arms? You haven't seen those,
No.
have you? Okay, they're very small hands attached, looks like a T-Rex. It's kind of weird. You have to tell you about it sometime, huh, Curmudgeon? Tell her about it. I think he said it makes his manhood look.
filled the room.
It makes his manhood look larger. I think he said something like that. I think that's what he said. I don't know.
You.
I
Are
might
you
have been stoned.
confusing
Thank
that with
you.
it looks like a baby's arm? With a fist on the end?
No. Holding a small apple, like a 2-year-old
fucking-
baby's arm with a small apple on the end.
This fucking guy would make fucking Ron Jeremy blush.
He speaks. Curmudgeon speaks. Bit too quiet, dude. I worry.
Dude, he
about
was
you.
trying. He was trying not to exhale, bro.
Trying to fucking concentrate over here, man. I gotta
You
try
got-
to keep up with this other healer, man. It's fucking impossible.
You got shit to do, huh?
It's difficult operating that bubbler.
Let me summon
dude.
Guild Bank and I'll grab some. Grab a repair anvil.
The other night,
No,
I have
I
one
got it.
right now. I
Yeah,
can put out.
Oh,
got
okay.
that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
we were
don't
getting
come
ready to
on
I'm
pull.
that,
putting
bud.
out one. I put
Thank
one
you.
out.
We were getting ready to pull the other night, and fucking start pulling on my bubbler, and the fucking thing's clogged, and I fucking pulled too hard, and it blew fucking bong water all over my face, man.
Oh, no.
Right when we pulled the boss. And I'm fucking trying to wipe the shit off my face and fucking stay alive and everything else at the same time.
And then the wife walks in. Honey,
Then I
is that
smell
good
like
for you?
fucking bong water for the next hour.
Oh,
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's pretty rough.
You got it, man. How
Just
long
clean
has
it
it been
today.
since you cleaned the bong water? Because if it's been a while, man, you got to take like a Silkwood shower to get that
Oh,
crap
yeah,
out of you.
yeah.
Yeah, it's highly organic at that point. I mean, there's things growing in there that man has never seen before, and that stuff.
Pretty good. It's, it's probably...
We gotta get this. Adeline has to go, so we have to do it.
Yeah. Adeline's got a split, I guess. I think she said
Okay.
15 minutes.
Yeah, and
All
that's perfectly fine. I went ahead and set up the signups for tomorrow. So we'll definitely get this down. I
Are
have
you
no doubt. We'll
repeating
get
this
down.
tomorrow?
Yeah, we have Tuesday, Wednesday raid times.
Okay, good.
You
What's
didn't know
typically
that, Solos?
the raid times? Is it 2 hours?
You
3
damn right.
hours? What are we-
If I'm
what are we doing here?
if I'm
Between 2 and
above the
3
ground,
hours.
Linda, I'll plan on being here.
Between 2 and 3 hours just depends on if anybody has to go. Like, 'cause I know some people are on different time zones, like Adeline, where she has to sleep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh well, she's got heroic grade too, so we got to make sure that everybody gets there on time for that. So
I get practice every chance I can, Blue End. If it's heroic, if it's normal, I don't care. I just get practice.
all right,
I
was
know.
everybody-
I've seen you.
All right, Smitty, it is on you.
Oh mercy. I'm gonna do him this time.
2, 1. Spread.
I'm taking Nerub-ar.
I think, I don't know.
Ads under boss. Watch your feet.
fellows at DK's grabby hands on the ads. It's much
All right,
appreciated.
we're going here. We missed it again. We missed it again.
Spread.
So when it comes to the ads or the webs, if you're not a web breaker, don't stand near the webs, because I'm noticing we're kind of touching the webs, and that's causing them to
Who are we
trigger.
on?
It's just a wipe.
Oh.
Yeah, it's no sense going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody else should pretty
this
much
is a
be
good
behind the
place to wipe.
boss, except for the web team.
Yeah. So make sure when the webs go out and we're gonna do the webs, stand like on top of the bosses, so that the webbers can do it. If we could get another team that's willing to, like another set of melee, that's willing to do a backup with us, that would be great. Like solos, do you think you could handle it?
I don't know.
You want to give it a try?
I'll do, since we're about to finish up. I can't screw up too bad, right? Just tell me what to do, and I'll see if I
Okay.
can muddle through. Sure.
So what we're
I
gonna
have
do?
faith in you, Solos.
Yeah, I
Okay,
have faith.
brother. Thank you.
So we'll pair you with, let's see, Feldor. Would you mind being paired with Solos as a backup Weber?
Yeah, sure. I thought I was grouped up with the tank for the Weber. That's
No,
why.
it's me and Fracken. It's fine. So Feldor, I'm gonna mark Feldor Solos so you can see him.
Okay.
Let's see. We'll give
He's
him
a big,
circle.
ugly hoarding, so I can tell you who he is.
We'll give
Go, because I'm a death.
Yeah, so
knight.
I like this Adeline person, man. They are bloodthirsty.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah, Solo, just follow the titty.
So you're gonna follow him.
Okay.
And you're gonna stick with him when he's DPSing, so that when you go to web phase, you guys can get in the same web and pull across. And stop the charge. I just want another team as a backup, because just in case. Me and Fracken should get it. We did it the first round just fine. I think this last round we just got too many people that
Okay.
got in.
So I follow him. We get webbed. If you guys have an issue, how do I break out, or does he break me out, or I break him out?
You just run apart from each other.
That's it. Okay.
Yep. You just run straight away from each other, and that will break the web.
And
If
stretch
you
it
are
across.
connected by a web with someone, you will see a white circle on the
Yeah.
ground.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the limit of how far the web will stretch. It's typically about 10 inches of game screen.
Okay.
So-
I've seen that. I was always trying to get out of it, you know.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do, but in this instance, you're gonna try to stay connected so that you, just in case, we can break it.
Sure. Unlearn everything I learned. Certainly. No problem.
No problem.
I got
All
it.
right, guys.
Yeah. Let's go.
We got this. We're gonna do one more pull.
Come on, Feldor. I'll follow you. Let's go.
Five, four, three, two, one. Spread.
Taunting an Uberash. Alright, ads under bosses. Watch your feet for webs. Stand behind the boss.
Do those webs have to stay there?
Alright, Kraken, we're going here.
Charging. Move. Line apart.
Alright, stretch it out. You guys got it? Yes, good recovery.
Oh my God, close.
That was
Now what do
close,
we
but that
do?
was good. Blow up an Uberash.
I'm not sure how that happened, but it worked.
It did. Taunting him. Out of the frontal.
Webs are clear.
Ads under boss. Watch your feet.
Spread.
Franken, we're going here to the side, right underneath Takaj.
Yeah, I see you.
Charging. Move.
I'm down.
We just got it tethered, like, just too late.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It takes
I saw-
practice. We just gotta get practice on it, which is perfectly fine. I want to give you guys great commending. We've made it this far, and I'm very proud of you guys. Please don't get upset and think that we suck, because we don't. We got to Silken Court in 2 hours, and that's nothing to be ashamed of.
Agreed.
That is a great progress, especially for a raid team that's never raided before. We're still getting to know each other. So
We had
I
a hell
think
of
we
a
did
good time
great.
doing it.
I think we
Lot of
did.
fun.
I think we had fun. I had fun.
I had
I
great
had fun, man.
Same bad time, same bad channel tomorrow.
Amen.
Yep. So we'll
Dig
see
it.
you
I
guys.
had fun because nobody yelled at me.
Yet, just wait. I want to see
That's
you
what-
after this.
Oh shit! I had my mic muted this whole time.
Yeah,
No.
damn. I knew you were quiet.
Dude, jeez,
Yeah, sorry
Actually-
for being late.
Didn't hear that?
Actually, Blue
That
Ender,
was,
HR
my bad.
will
That
get
was
with you in a few
napping.
moments. Okay, don't worry. No problem.
It's okay.
HR wants to see you.
So Adeline, thanks for coming. You guys have a good night, and I hope you do great on your heroic raid tonight. Kick some major butt for us. Remember, we're there in spirit with you.
Thank you.
I hope everybody had fun, because I know I did.
Yeah, it was fun. I did.
Yeah, I mean, you just tell me what character you need,
It's
man.
more
I've got
fun
a
when
max level
you're
of every
not
class.
feeling so nervous. So.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's a guild group. It's just wonderful. It feels great. Love
Oh
it.
yeah.
It helps
Well,
you progress.
I'm not in
and
the
understand.
guild, but thank you for allowing me to be with you guys.
You're not
You're
in the
in the-
guild.
You're
We
in
can
the
fix
guild,
that
Well,
very easily.
I mean, almost all of you
Oh,
are from
kinda.
Bleeding.
Well, that didn't go quite to plan. It's a role I don't usually find myself in, so it's just learning that. But otherwise, we had fun. We're gonna hit it tomorrow, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and will join me tomorrow. Have a good day.